I'd like to welcome you here to our special celebration. My wife Julie and I are very proud of both of our daughters, but today we celebrate the marriage of our oldest daughter, Cassidy Cheyenne. So after high school, Cassidy enrolled in the Aveda Institute in Madison. And below the school, there was a sandwich shop called Melio's, and a young man worked there named Steve Miller. One night, he noticed our underage daughter at a local bar. Greeted her with, "Hey, Aveda girl." And she ended up scheduling a hair appointment to the Melio boy. From then on, Steve was saving extra guacamole guts for his Aveda girl whenever she ordered a sandwich from Melio's. Through the years, they rented a few houses together and even got a dog. We pretty much considered them as married by that. But then on one visit, Steve privately sought my permission to marry Cassidy. That impressed me. I really respected that. Knowing Steve, we knew he'd propose in a memorable way. But when? Steve knows what stirs Cassidy's heart most and chose the perfect place on September 10th, 2017, surrounded by wet dogs, bended at the knee in a public pool, presented Cassidy with a ring and a proposal of marriage. Smart move, Steve. Jeff and Jill, you raised a good man for our daughter. Now I'd like to say a few things about Steve. No, good things. Steve is a man of strong character. I know he'll be a good husband. I've seen him mow lawn. But I've also seen how he looks at my daughter. He's kind to her. He cares for her. He's passionate and deeply in love with her. There's nothing more important to a father than to know his daughter has that kind of love coming from you. And for that, I can't help but love you, Steve. Thanks.
Cassidy, Cheyenne McAllen, future Miller. I love you more than any words that I could have put on paper from the first time I started writing through the last time I actually put it on this piece of paper. I'm a bit of a me guy. I think a lot of people know that about me. But you bring out the best version of me.
Steven, it's the most cliche, but you came into my life when I wasn't expecting you or looking for you. I thought that I had my whole life figured out when I was 19. I had no time for fun. I played by the rules. I was working 45-hour plus a week already, and I had this grand plan that I would be married with kids by 23. I had a plan. I always have a plan, and no one was going to derail my plan. All it took was a 45-minute haircut with you to change my view on everything.
So that brings me to just a few vows. Hi, Nox. 1, to always have a plan. Whether that's going on a trip, or the next comedian we're gonna see, or just dinner when you come home. I vow to always put my socks in the hamper if you pick your hair from the drain. I vow to always hold you in the good times when there's joy and happiness, and in the hard times when there's sorrow and pain. I will be your rock, as I know you will be mine. Anyway, I'm honored to be your lobster, your Emilio's boy to my Aveda girl. I love you, I will always love you, and I will always fight for us. Always.
Seems like so long ago, yet I can remember every moment I felt myself falling in love with your infectious passion for life. After just one night with you, I didn't want my plan anymore. I wanted to see the places you've been, meet the friends and family from all of your inside jokes, and go on every adventure I possibly could with you. Our love story isn't perfect. At times we weren't sure if we were right for each other, and we thought about letting each other go. We even saw other people for a short amount of time. But no one could be my Steve, and neither one of us could ever completely let the other go. And that is what I'm promising you today. I promise to not let go, never give up on you, and to choose you every day. I promise to never stop giving you a lifetime of adventures and to always just book the flight. I promise to continue to support every dream that you have and be there for every organizational need. I promise to hold your hand and offer you a shoulder to cry on through every curveball life throws at us. I promise to never making up songs about our dog, as annoying as it can be. I know that it makes you smile, and I promise I will always make you smile.
Family and friends, by the authority vested in me, I'm pleased to pronounce Cassidy and Stephen as wife and husband, sealed together both in love and in law. Stephen, you may kiss the bride. I may be a little late.
So, thank you all for coming out. Special thanks to Ed and Julie and Jeff and Jill for providing us with these two beautiful human beings, which I am so lucky to call very close friends. I am John Bashy. I'm one of Steven's best friends. I was lucky enough to move in with Steven and Cassidy 4 years ago in Madison. It's the beginning of their relationship, kind of. I was unemployed along with Cassidy, so it gave us an opportunity to really get to know each other. And I remember one day after a particularly intense gym session, Cassidy got in the car and she said, "If Steven doesn't marry me, I'm gonna kill him." But even then, I could start to begin to know this woman who would soon be my best friend's girl forever. Okay, the last part. We were all hanging out before the wedding started and everyone started rolling in. All the groomsmen were up there playing Uno, a game, something that Steven would normally be doing with us because he loves games, he loves competing. But as we're all playing, something was different. Steven was at the end of the table writing love letters to Cassidy to give to her throughout the whole wedding, and it was really, really just a symbol of the beauty that they have. And I just feel lucky that I got to begin their life as they brought Nox in and see the beginning of what will be a beautiful family. And I'm just very fortunate to have them as my friends, and I love them to them. Thank you.
For anybody who doesn't know me, I am Chandler, and Steven and I have been best buddies, rivals, brothers, everything since we were 2. Cassidy, so I've gotten to know you a little bit too. And Steven, just knowing him my whole life, I always knew it was going to take someone extremely special to lock him down. He was always crazy. He always, even when he had girlfriends in the past, he was always doing his own thing and out of control sometimes. And then I met you, and I knew very quickly that this was different. He didn't need to go off and do his own thing. He always wanted to include you. You were always there with us, and I knew very quickly that that you were going to get married, but that this was going to be a forever love for you too.
So I've gotten to know the two of them individually and together very, very well this past year. These two lovely people are they're teammates, they're best friends, and they are some of the best people that I know. So I'd like to raise a glass to the happy couple as we celebrate one heck of a party.